Fresh tomatoes are delivered directly from farms.
A final rinse prepares the tomatoes for processing.
The crushed tomatoes form a thick tomato pulp.
The tomato puree is carefully heated to develop flavor.
The consistency of the tomato ketchup is carefully checked.
The tomato ketchup bottles are sealed with airtight caps.
Labels are applied to every tomato ketchup bottle.
Pallets of tomato ketchup are wrapped to protect them during handling. From the factory, tomato ketchup made from fresh tomatoes begins its journey to stores.
Welcome to a modern tomato ketchup factory, where fresh tomatoes arrive every morning and begin their journey to become the ketchup we use every day.
Fresh tomatoes are delivered directly from farms and unloaded into the factory receiving area. These hoppers control the flow of tomatoes into the processing line.
The tomatoes are then transferred onto conveyor belts for further processing.
Before full washing, the tomatoes go through a pre-rinse to remove surface dirt. This washing system ensures every tomato is thoroughly cleaned.
Excess water is removed before inspection begins.
A final rinse prepares the tomatoes for processing.
Advanced optical scanners inspect each tomato for quality and ripeness. Any tomato that does not meet quality standards is automatically removed. Tomato ketchup production continues around the clock to meet demand.
After cleaning and sorting, the tomatoes are transferred to the crushing section.
The tomatoes now enter powerful industrial crushers.
Every stage of tomato ketchup production is monitored from a central control room.
Here, whole tomatoes are crushed into smaller pieces.
The crushed tomatoes form a thick tomato pulp.
Tomato skins and seeds are separated to create a smoother texture. The smooth tomato puree is pumped toward the cooking stage. The tomato puree enters large cooking tanks. Water used in tomato processing is treated and reused efficiently.
Post-clean inspections ensure tomato ketchup safety standards are met.
Systems are reset and ready for the next tomato ketchup production cycle. Energy-efficient systems support sustainable tomato ketchup production. The tomato puree is carefully heated to develop flavor. Automated mixers ensure the tomato puree cooks evenly. Temperature is precisely controlled to maintain tomato quality. After cooking, the tomato puree is prepared for seasoning. Automated valves precisely regulate the flow of tomato products.
Worker safety is a top priority in tomato ketchup manufacturing.
The tomato puree enters the main mixing tank. Sugar is added to the tomato puree to balance natural acidity.
Salt enhances the flavor of the tomato mixture.
Vinegar is added to preserve the tomato ketchup and enhance taste. Carefully selected spices give tomato ketchup its signature flavor. All tomato ketchup ingredients are blended into a smooth mixture. Tomato skins and seeds are collected separately during tomato ketchup production. Tomato waste is recycled to reduce environmental impact. Tomato byproducts are reused for animal feed and compost.
The consistency of the tomato ketchup is carefully checked.
Each batch of tomato ketchup is tested for quality. Each bottle is washed thoroughly before being filled with tomato ketchup. Once approved, the tomato ketchup is ready for bottling. The tomato ketchup bottling line begins its operation. Only defect-free bottles are approved for tomato ketchup filling. The bottles are filled with freshly prepared tomato ketchup. Automated sensors ensure the correct amount of tomato ketchup in every bottle. The tomato ketchup bottles are sealed with airtight caps. Strict hygiene standards are followed throughout tomato ketchup production. All equipment and personnel are sanitized before handling tomato ketchup.
Tomato ketchup samples are tested in laboratories to ensure safety and quality. The acidity of tomato ketchup is carefully controlled for preservation. The tomato content of each ketchup batch is verified for consistency.
Flavor and texture of tomato ketchup are carefully evaluated.
Only approved tomato ketchup batches move forward for sale. Each tomato ketchup bottle is tested to ensure a perfect seal.
Labels are applied to every tomato ketchup bottle.
Manufacturing dates and batch numbers are printed on each tomato ketchup bottle.
The finished tomato ketchup bottles undergo a final visual inspection.
Strong cartons are prepared to safely pack tomato ketchup bottles.
AI systems help optimize tomato processing for consistent ketchup quality.
Tomato ketchup bottles are carefully packed into cartons using automation.
Each carton of tomato ketchup is securely sealed for transport. Automated systems verify the weight of every tomato ketchup carton.
Packed tomato ketchup cartons are stacked onto pallets for storage.
Pallets of tomato ketchup are wrapped to protect them during handling.
The wrapped tomato ketchup pallets are moved into warehouse storage.
Tomato ketchup is stored safely until shipment.
After approval, tomato ketchup cartons are stored in a controlled warehouse.
Tomato ketchup is packaged to meet international export standards. Large shipments of tomato ketchup are prepared for global export.
Orders of tomato ketchup are prepared for delivery.
Tomato ketchup shipments are now ready for dispatch.
From the factory, tomato ketchup made from fresh tomatoes begins its journey to stores.
This is the final result of carefully processed tomatoes.
Sustainable practices help ensure responsible tomato ketchup production.
Branding helps tomato ketchup stand out on store shelves.
Continuous review helps improve tomato ketchup efficiency and quality.
After production, tomato ketchup enters the marketing stage.
Tomato ketchup advertisements are produced to highlight quality and taste.
Tomato ketchup reaches retail shelves for consumers.
Consumers choose tomato ketchup they trust.
From farm-fresh tomatoes to your table, tomato ketchup is made with care and trust.
Tomato ketchup becomes part of everyday meals.
Tomato ketchup is made from carefully sourced ripe tomatoes.
When stored properly, tomato ketchup has a long shelf life.
Strict standards ensure tomato ketchup is safe to consume. Quality tomatoes and precise processing define great tomato ketchup. Quality tomatoes and precise processing define great tomato ketchup. This is the final result of carefully processed tomatoes. Every bottle of tomato ketchup reflects our commitment to quality tomatoes.
If you enjoyed learning how tomato ketchup is made, like the video and subscribe for more factory processes.